Well, hello and howdy. What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. How is everybody doing? Who do we got in here? We got Dave, Six String Stanger, Brian's Gate, Shred and Shine Guitar Works, Dwight Bailey, Retro Puffer, RDT, Martin Blasick. Awesome. You know what? Before I forget, I'm going to do this right now, Martin. I got to apologize to Martin because check it out, guys. Here I am at the NAMM show last month. That's Martin on the left. And who's in the middle? Martin's lovely wife, Natasha. Of course, I'd met Martin before. Martin has been here at my house. We did a video when he bought one of my guitars. And I met him last year at the NAMM show. But this was my first time to meet his wife, and she was very nice. I totally forgot to include that picture in my NAMM show recap. And it's only because that picture was not on my phone. That picture was taken with, I think, Martin's phone or his wife's phone, and they texted it to me, and I didn't have it grouped with all my other pictures. And then I meant to do it the following week, and then I forgot. And then I meant to do it last week, and I forgot. So here it is in all its glory. There you go, Martin. I'm so glad you were here right now, and I was able to show that while you were in the live stream. Yay! Anyway, now back to me. Here I am, guys. So, again, thanks for everybody for being here. Really appreciate it. Hope you're having a good week. And I'm just reading Martin's comment. Natasha said she felt like she already met you because she's seen so many of my videos. Oh, yeah. And she was probably like, I've had enough of that annoying guy. I don't even need to meet him in person. He's so annoying in his videos. That's enough. She probably said that too, but Martin doesn't want to tell me that. That's okay. Anyway, guys, what's going on? You know what? Here's another thing I'm going to do before I forget. Hey, well, I was going to do something, but we got Guitar Max in the chat. Everybody say hi to Max. What's up, dude? And I agree, enough of this rain. So we've been getting like a bunch of rain here in Southern California very recently, today. And by the way, it's going to rain tomorrow, Max. I don't know if you looked at the forecast, but like a lot of rain tomorrow. And I'm just like, hey, California already declared that the entire state is drought-free. I don't know, that's the first time I've heard that in a long time, because usually it's like, we're going to drought, we don't have enough water. But they declared not that long ago, wow, the entire state is drought-free. And then we started getting all this rain. I'm like, did the weather not get the message? California is drought-free. You can turn off the rain now. We've got enough. Take it somewhere else where they need the water. I was like, enough of the rain. But anyway, yeah. Crazy weather all over the place, right? I mean, I shouldn't complain because I know some of you guys are like sitting in several inches of snow. And anyway, yeah, had enough. So, hey, I wanted to thank you guys for watching the video on my Toestar, or should I call it a toaster, on my two Toestar guitars from this week, 2 days ago, Monday. It like for whatever reason, the view count is a lot higher than my more recent videos, like 3 or 4 times higher. So a lot of people are clicking on the video, and I'm sitting there, you know, when you make videos all the time like me, and you get a video that does better than usual, you sit there and go, oh, why is that? What did I do differently? Why are 4 times as many people clicking on this video than usual? And it makes me wonder, guys. Is it because in the thumbnail, I didn't show the guitar? I just had the 2 guitar boxes. What do you guys think? I want to pick your brains. Do you think that makes people more inclined to click on the video because they don't know what the guitars look like? All you see are the boxes, and it's like a curiosity thing. Oh, I wonder what those 2 guitars are. I never know with that kind of thing. Or does it, you know, like, then you always worry like, well, it might deter somebody from clicking because they might be like, Just show the guitar in the thumbnail. Why are you trying to hide it? You're just trying to get me to click on the video. You know, there's that aspect too. But anyway, yeah. Dave, you got a toaster yesterday. I hope it was a 4-slicer. Anyway, I'm glad that you guys that did click on it and you watched it. I mean, it's just a lot of really positive comments in the comment section about these guitars, especially this one. I mean, I know it's very easy to look at the name and the logo and be like, oh, that looks like some cheesy, cheap brand. You know, what is that? It can't possibly be good. It's just another cheap Amazon brand. But this is a really nice guitar. I mean, I went over all the features in the video, right? The flamed roasted maple neck, the stainless steel frets with really good fretwork, compound radius on the fretboard, nice locking tuners. This like name brand bridge, I don't even know how to say it. Babbitt's, something like that. And people are commenting on the video that like, that's an expensive bridge just by itself. And yet somehow they've got this bridge on this guitar and still the whole entire guitar is selling for $299. All right, I'm reading your comments, guys, about why you think the video did well. And let's see here. Surprise in the box is clicky but works. Okay. Show the wrong guitar in the thumbnail. Brian, I'm not going to do that. Max says it's symmetrical, nice bright background, plus a brand that nobody's really heard of. Okay, yeah, I guess it, you know, all the elements just came together. Old guy, saw the thumbnail and had to know what was in the boxes. Yeah. Is that logo removable? The logo is under the clear coat. It's not like one of those metal stickers. Like, I don't feel anything. That's not 3D. It's under the clear coat. So if you wanted to remove that, you'd have to sand off the clear coat. I mean, you could do that. Shred and shine, can't deal with the middle pickup. Well, you know what's cool about this? Well, I was going to say you could just put a different pick guard on it, you know, and remove the middle pickup. But this body shape is not exactly like a Strat shape. So this, you'd have to have like a custom pick guard made for this, or you'd have to kind of shape one to fit, right? Because this is not the same as like a Strat body. Or you can just do what I do, and you just lower down that middle pickup, and you basically just ignore it. I never use those middle pickups. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's not true. If I'm doing like a clean sound, a clean setting, I might put it in position 4 if there's like 2 single coils and get both of the single coils going. That's about the only time I use like a middle single coil. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like maybe a different color pickguard would do better on this one because the guitar is already red itself. Maybe like a black pearl pickguard I think would look cool on this one. But make no mistakes, guys. This is a quality guitar. I was just as surprised as people watching, I'm sure. Because I kind of had it in my head like, you know, what's a toe star? It's probably going to be okay, but not fantastic. And it's just like, whoa, they really went to town on this. They really did. They really did. And I don't know if they're going to, you know, ask me to do more reviews. Are they going to send me more guitars? Hopefully, because the video is doing really well. So I would definitely like to check out some of their other stuff, you know. And as I said in the video, obviously, this one is a lot better than the Telly style, but it's double the price, right? That one was $145. This one's $299, double the price. So it should be a whole heck of a lot better, and it is. But that doesn't mean that the other one wasn't any good. You know, the other one, I would need to do some setup on it, which I didn't do because I just took them out of the box and did the video. But the other one, probably I would, if I really wanted to get it in like, you know, perfect condition, I would take the strings off, polish the frets, put a new set of S.I.T strings, and lower the action, and then I'm sure it would be playing like really well. Yeah, the logo obviously is going for that Fender look, especially the T. The T looks very much like the F in the Fender logo. Can't blame them, I guess, you know. Even Malmsteen drops his middle. Oh, you mean the pickup, not the pickguard. Down, yeah. Hey, Johnny. No worries. Got to get that truck washed. You made it. I use the pickups, or not the pickups, the picks that I use. These are the picks with like the beveled edge, and it is a 1.14. 1.14. Hey, Guitar Bob's here. Hey, Guitar Bob, how's it going? Now, I saw a few people saying in the comment section that when they went to Amazon, this guitar was like not showing as available for sale. But when I looked, it was available. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it's sold out. But even after my video came out and I looked, it was still there. Like you could still order it. So I don't know. Maybe it was like one of those deals where like it's not available from Amazon, but it was available maybe directly from Toastar or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it would be cool if they had some other colors available. I like the red, but I think I would like a different color pickguard just because it's like too much of the same. I think this is the same color pickguard that's on the Telly. I think. I don't have that one in here to do like a side-by-side comparison. Yes, and there were a lot of people say, especially about the other one, the Telly, saying that it looks exactly like the Harley Benton. I guess there's a Harley Benton model that's exactly like that, and speculating that they're probably made in the same factory. Could be, I have no idea. Not a clue. Did Richie Blackmore remove the middle pickup from his Strats? I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. Anyway, guys, did anybody happen to order one of these by any chance? Because if you did, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. This is a really nice bridge. By the way, Max, are you still watching Guitar Max? I think this has the same kind of saddles that are on the Guitar Max signature guitar, the Harley Benton, the hardtail version. The hardtail. I'm not talking about the ones with the Floyd Rose. I'm talking about the brown one that has the walnut and it has the gold hardtail bridge. And he brought that guitar over here one time so I could check it out. And I remember it had, I'm pretty sure it's the same kind of saddles. They stick up a little bit higher than a normal one, and they're kind of like rounded off, and the adjustment screws are kind of in the back. So I wonder if it's the same brand bridge, the Babix, or however you say that, that's on Max's signature one. Shred and Shine says same bridge. So does that, Gene, Shred and Shine Guitar Works, does that one say on the Guitar Max, does it say Babix? Yeah, I think it has the same saddles, Max. If you can kind of, it's hard to show. Hard to show on the webcam. But I think it is. But I just don't remember if the Guitar Max one said Babix, if it had that logo on it. Gene says yes. Gene says yes. He has that guitar and he says yes. So there you go. So a little connection. So that's another thing that makes you go, I wonder if this is made in the same factory as Harley Benton, since they're using like the same brand bridge. So could be, I don't know, but good quality guitar. And then somebody asked me in the comments, and I didn't even point it out in the video because I didn't even realize it, the side markers, they're Illuma something. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments here. They glow in the dark, basically. So he asked, are they that? You know, the illuminating, whatever. And so I took the guitar and I went in my closet and closed the door so it was pitch black. And yeah, the little things, like, they glow in the dark. They lit up. So, yeah, they are. Anyway, pretty darn cool guitar. I do wish it was a little bit lighter. It's a little bit heavier than I would normally like. But yeah, really well made and really good materials. Just very impressive. Very impressive. Okay, so here's another little bit of news for you guys. I'm going to show you this picture. You might remember this picture from my NAMM show recap. Take a look. You guys remember this one? This was on day 2 of the NAMM show. On Saturday, I ran into this guy, and he is a guitar maker. That's his brand of guitar that I'm holding, out of Japan. So he's Italian. He's an Italian guy that lives in Japan and makes these custom guitars. And after I ran into him, after I met him and talked to him and took the picture and stuff, and I went to his website, got some really nice looking guitars on their website. It's called, I can't even really read the logo on the headstock, but I'm going to read it from the email. Sondelli, Sondelli. And his name is Francesco. Francesco. So that's Francesco Sondelli, and that's a Sondelli guitar. So, why am I talking about it? Why am I showing you that picture again? Here, I'm going to type it in the chat. Sondelli. Sondelli. If you guys search for that, Sondelli guitars, I'm sure you'll find their website. So he is sending me that guitar. In fact, it's going to get here on Friday. So I will be doing a video on that very guitar, the one that I was holding in the picture there. That's like a prototype or like an early version, I don't know, or maybe the first one, I'm not sure. That's a new shape that he's making that people will be able to order guitars of that shape. But that's the one that he carried around the entire time at the NAMM show, showing to various people. So he's going to send it to me, and I'm going to do a video on it. I don't know exactly when the video is going to come about. I need to check with him, like, as far as a timeline, like, you know, when do you want that video? Do you want it in March? Or it depends on, you know, what he's planning and whatever. So anyway, so that's kind of exciting. So I didn't really have a chance to check out the guitar at the NAMM show because we were just standing there in the middle of like the walkway and nothing to plug into, and it's super noisy anyway. So the only thing I could remember is that it was really light. It was a really lightweight guitar. So the type of wood that he's using for the body is like a lightweight wood. And it felt good when I held it. So I'm really curious to like plug it in and really give it a once over and you know, see how it plays and sounds and stuff. So that should be pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the picture. Every time I look at that, it makes me think of like a Destroyer, you know, like a Gibson Destroyer, but like shaved way down, which I really appreciate because you know, I'm not a very big guy, so I like that it's, you know, kind of like a pointy looking guitar, but smaller. It's going to be a lot comfortable to hold and play, I think. And the one there, now that I'm looking at it again, it looks like it has a kill switch. So it looks like a volume, a tone, a 3-way toggle, and a kill switch if I had to guess. Oh, right. Angry Trucker Bob. Angry Trucker Bob bought one of my Leo Jaymz guitars. And, well, as you guys could probably tell by his name, he's a trucker. So he's out on the road. Thanks for the donation, Bob. I appreciate that. Although I should probably be donating to you because the guitar arrived, he's not there, and the wife was like, "What's this?" So anyway, Bob, it's going to be worth it, Bob. I tell you, it's going to be worth it. He bought the purple Leo Jaymz that had the double locking Floyd style bridge on it. Have fun with that, Bob. Oh yeah, old guy. Kind of has like a Thunderbird vibe. Yeah, totally. And Martin just bought another one of my Leo Jaymz guitars. So Martin got the blue one that was the 24 frets and had the 2-point trim. So I sold that one to Martin. Yeah, Rod feels the pain because Rod has bought several of my guitars, and his wife is just about ready to drop those divorce papers, right, Rod? She's like, if you buy another guitar from that bald shredder, I swear it's over. And Rod's like, there's literally 2 guitars on the way. They're going to be arriving in the next few days. And she's like, ah! Anyway, it's all good. You know what? RDT said he didn't know I was selling guitars. A lot of times I offer up, like if there's guitars that I want to offload, and let's face it, guys, I have to get rid of guitars. Otherwise, I would have a house full of like 500 guitars. And just, I can't keep everything. But when I'm selling stuff, I always offer it first to members in the Sunday night, the Sunday live that's members only. So yeah, the last time I sold some guitars, I offered it up in the members live, and you know, Rod's a member, Martin's a member, Bob's a member. And I usually offer pretty darn good deals to the members as well. So you might want to become a member. So speaking of that, oh, and Gene bought the Acklot Red V. And he got it. Very cool. So speaking of that, guys, I want to give a shout out to all the members. I'm going to list all of the current members. Let's do this first. Here we go. I know you guys love this.
Bald Shredder member shout outs. Yay!
All right. So we've got James Montgomery, Angry Trucker Bob, Triple Trains, Raycron88, Ambidex Guitarist, Chris, Raging Skull, Pepe Le Pew, Big Metal Bob, and User UD8SZ, John Winkler, Matt Taylor, there's more, Loco Mover, Jamie Lynn Morris, Michael, Guitar Bob, Maker of Tease, Jim, Shred and Shine Guitar Works, Vins, Gabe, Rod Axum, Seabass, Shay, Martin Blasick, we're not done, New York Chokehold, Smokin' Gun, Searching for Tone, Cucumber, and New Mexico Saint. So, just want to give a huge shout out to all of you guys, and thank you so much for that little extra added support. It is greatly appreciated. You guys rock. Another thing, guys, even if like you're not a member, or you don't want to join membership, that's totally cool. That's totally fine. But if you want to support the channel, if you want to support me in other ways, down in the video description, you'll see it in this video and all of my videos going forward, you will see there is an Amazon link. It takes you to the main Amazon page. If you use that link, it's my affiliate link. So I made an affiliate link that will take you to the main Amazon page. So I know a lot of people buy stuff from Amazon all the time. So if you're ever like, well, I need to order this from Amazon, if you use my affiliate link, I'll get a small commission from anything that you order. And no, they do not raise the prices. You will pay exactly the same price whether you use my link or you just go into Amazon regularly. I just get a little bit of a kickback commission. Every little bit helps. So something to keep in mind. So what else is going on, guys? Check it out. I'm going to show you guys this one again because this video is coming up next week. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. This is the Eart. I think that's how we finally determined that you say it. Eart. This is the one that I got at the NAMM show. that the owner of the company gave to me. I was kind of shocked. It was my suggestion, by the way. I asked him if he would give it to me because it was like almost the end of the show. It was Saturday. That's the last day. And there was like 30 minutes left of the show. And it was still sitting there for sale. And I asked, like, did anybody buy that? And like, no, nobody bought it. And I'm like, why don't you guys give it to me? And Gene was standing there, Shred and Shine Guitar. So Shred and Shine Guitar Works. He was standing there with me at the time. I said, why don't you guys let me take it, give it to me, and I'll do a really awesome video on it. And the owner of the company was there, and they had to translate because he doesn't speak any English. And he was like, okay, yeah. I'm like, yes? Okay, yeah? He's like, yes. And they let me take it. And it is fantastic. So I am in the process of recording an all-new jam song. I already got the whole backing track done. I got the drums, the bass, the rhythm guitars, and I got the whole melodies and solos written. I just haven't recorded it yet. But it'll be in the video on Monday, fingers crossed. And let me tell you, it is a smoking tune. I had to write something that was really cooking to go with this guitar. So wait till you guys hear that jam in Monday's video. Yeah, fantastic. Look at that. This reminds me of one of the guitars that Vinnie Moore had. Vinnie Moore had an Ibanez. It wasn't exactly like this. It was more like a splatter. But he had an Ibanez that he played, I think starting around his second album that he used for a while. So kind of reminds me of that. Also kind of reminds me of Kristen Pelletier's Charvel with the red blood splatter. But his is only red, as white with like the red splatter on it. And this obviously has a lot of colors. So yeah, killer guitar. I think Max did a review on this guitar, but his was not the crazy paint. It was just like maybe a solid color, or maybe it was a sparkle one, but it's basically that same model. And then I did a review on the pink one that looks like that, but the pink one is actually like a lower level model compared to this one with some little differences. But it was also a fantastic guitar. So Monday, guys, be on the lookout. Oh, all right, guys. I'm going to take a breather here for a few seconds because I've been talking like nonstop. If there was something in the chat that I missed that you wanted me to see, a question, a comment, anything, please put it back in the chat and I will be taking a look. Bob Ross would love that guitar. I agree. Yeah, 24 frets. That's nice. 24 frets. When it comes down to it, guys, I think my if I had to choose, like, what's your preference, 22 or 24? I'm going to choose 24. Even though I can certainly understand why some guitars have 22, and I think some guitars look better with 22 frets. Especially like a Strat body. I think Strat bodies kind of look, I don't know, they just look kind of weird to me when they have 24 frets. But that kind of body, like a Dinky, looks great with 24 frets. Anything that I missed? I'm drinking my cold tea. It was hot tea 45 minutes ago, but now it's turned cold. By the way, I don't know if Guitar Max is still listening or watching. We got to give a big congrats to Guitar Max. He's got baby number 2 on the way, which I didn't know. He posted on Valentine's Day, or was it after I think it was on Valentine's Day. Yeah, he posted a picture, family picture, Max and his wife and their little girl, Emily, I think is her name. And in the picture, his wife, very obviously pregnant with baby number 2. So Max is going to be a daddy again. And he said something about like he's going to be helping me soon. So I think that means it's a boy. So anyway, congrats to Max. Expanding the family. My cheeks are all flushed. I think I'm like talking too much. Plus I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt because it's cold. Max is probably not in the chat anymore. I certainly understand, like, it would be hard to like just sit when you've got a toddler at home and a pregnant wife. You know, it's kind of hard to just sit and do one thing, especially, you know, listen to a YouTube video for 45 minutes or whatever. So I'm sure he's a very busy guy, and he's about to be even busier. Mad Hatter, what's up, dude? Okay, so I said questions, and I'm not paying attention again. Frank, you would like to order some guitars from IYV? We're about their pickups in the orange one. So Frank, the last couple that I did, like this one right here, the pickups were absolutely fine, fantastic. And the Destroyer, which you can see the headstock back there, the pickups totally fine. So if you're gonna order, if you don't want them to do the pickups, they don't have to. You can get other pickups and put them in yourself, which I've done. I recommend Musiclily pickups if you want to do that. But seriously, they've had like some really good pickups the last couple of times. So just be specific when you order, like whether you want Alnico 5 or you want ceramic and how much output. Guitar Max is still there. He's still watching. Okay. I'm glad you're still there, Max. Now, I don't know if Max wanted me to share this with you guys. I hope he doesn't get mad because this is, he probably meant for it to stay between us, but I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys. So he's having a boy, right? And yeah, they're going to name the boy Bald Shredder. Yep. Bald Shredder Carlisle. In honor of me, of course. I'm like so honored. Thank you, Max. I appreciate that. Just kidding, of course. But wouldn't that be cool? Here's my newborn son, Bald Shredder. I don't have any ridiculous offers of the week. Yeah, I don't have any. I didn't. You know what? I think there's like a vacation, not a vacation. I shouldn't say vacation. They say holiday. I think in China right now there's some kind of holiday, and so the offers have kind of like subsided for the past week or so. One thing I can tell you guys: remember the Chill Cat Les Paul? It's right back there on the stand. There it is. You guys see it? There it is. Chill Cat. So Chill Cat is sending me a bass guitar. I just got the confirmation email today. It's the one that looks like a violin, like the Paul McCartney bass guitar. So that's on the way. Max, because you told me. That's how I know. That's how I know. I wasn't supposed to tell anybody, though. Now he's going to change the name. He's going to change the name because I spilled the beans. Oh, well. B.S. Carlisle. There you go. Hey, that doesn't sound too bad. B.S. Carlisle. That could be like his professional name. B.S. Carlisle, yeah. Oh, yeah, Smoking Gun. Chinese New Year. Duh. What? Duh. What's wrong with me? Yeah. Anyway, there was a company that got a hold of me like way back. It's been over a month. It was before the NAMM show. And they were pestering me, and they wanted me to do a review of their guitar that had like built-in effects and stuff. and I think it's a Korean company. And I initially said, okay, I'll do it, but here's my terms, if you do this. And then we kind of negotiated a little bit, and we came to an agreement. It's like, okay, we agree on these terms. You send it to me, and I'll review it. And then they just ghosted me. I don't know what happened. And after like a couple of weeks, I sent them an email. I'm like, it's not very professional to say you're going to do something and then just not do it and not send a follow-up email, because I have to consider my schedule. I'm pacing and doing, I'm going to do this video on this date, and I've got to schedule things out, and I'm holding a spot for you because you said you were going to send this, and you obviously changed your mind. So you should send an email saying that. I don't think I said all that, but that was the gist of my email. So I don't think I'm ever going to hear from them again. But I'll be honest, guys, I didn't really want to do that video because it looked like it would have been a pain to do that video. Speaking of a guitar with the built-in stuff, yes, I do have the Leo Jaymz character, the one with the built-in effects. I have it, guys. I still haven't taken it out of the box. Here's my plan for the immediate future. So the Eart, that one's going to be on Monday. Then that'll be February 23rd. And then the Leo Jaymz character will be the following Monday, which is March 2nd. So coming up very soon. And then somewhere in there is going to be that bass guitar from Chillcat. And then, I don't know, whatever other stuff comes up. And don't forget, I still have the Strat from IYV. It's done. It's sitting over there. It is absolutely beautiful. I love that guitar. I'm not going to show it to you guys. You guys already saw the body. You saw the body. You saw the neck when I did the unboxing video. That one, I'm going to wait until like right to the middle of March, because the IYV, their factory is on holiday. They have been on holiday since February 8th, and they don't come back until March 15th. So there's no point in me doing a video on like, hey, here's a custom guitar from IYV, and here's the email, and then people start sending me emails, and then they leave comments saying, they didn't answer my email, what's the deal? So I will put that video up in middle of March, and I also have the guitar that they gave me at the NAMM show. The other, it's an actual IYV branded guitar. It was one of their customs from the NAMM show. Still in the box, but yeah, I won't do that until after mid-March because, again, I'm waiting for them to come back. Michael said, you're guessing they didn't agree. They did. After we negotiated, and they said, okay, we agreed to that. They agreed. And then after that, they just ghosted me. So it was like, what the heck? I do have one of the Leo Jaymz headless guitars, guys. But guess what? I need to... That's a video. In the video, when I do... What am I trying to say? When I do the video for the Leo Jaymz headless guitar, it's going to be a video showing me changing the nut at the end of the headstock. No, not the headstock. There's no headstock. At the end of the fretboard, because it's a headless guitar. They made those guitars with a Floyd Rose style nut, which was I have no idea why they did that, because it clamps the strings down, but not tight enough. The strings won't stay tuned. They keep slipping out from that. And so when I saw Leo at the NAMM show, I said, look, I got this guitar. If I just do a video, I can't just do a video on it and say, wow, it's fantastic, it's great, knowing that there's the issue with that nut. I said, but if you want, I can do a video showing where I will take that off and I will put on the right kind, the kind that you're supposed to see on a headless guitar, where you tighten the little strings. I bought one on Amazon for 13 bucks. It's going to be like an easy mod. I said, I'll do a video showing people that if they buy this guitar, they can do that, and then it'll be fantastic. And he said, okay, yeah, do that video. So I don't know when that's going to be. Maybe in March. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for reminding me that I need to do that video. RJ's Cave. Hey, RJ's Cave. I don't know if you got the package I sent. It probably has not arrived yet. I sent something to you, RJ's Cave. So be checking your mailbox. Hopefully it'll get there soon. Does it lose sensation without the head? Is that a joke or is that a legitimate question? I think that's a joke. Okay, somebody said, earlier they said, a tease. You want a tease on the Ash Strat? Sure, I'll give you a tease. But it's what you already saw. It's the back of the guitar. You guys already saw that in the unboxing video. I'm not going to show you the front where it's all done. Look at that. This guitar is just beautiful. Look at that ash body. Man, look at that ash, huh? Yeah. And then there's the back of the headstock. Awesome guitar. Love it. I can't wait to do the video on that one because I'm going to, in the thumbnail, either in the thumbnail or in the title, I'm going to say, best Strat ever. Because for me, it is. And then I'm going to watch people in the comments like lose their minds. That's not even a Strat. If it's a Strat, it's got to say Fender. That's not a... That's junk. That's garbage. Yeah, I can't wait for that to happen. And for that guitar, guys, I also wrote and recorded an all-new song. Much more melodic on that one. That one has some clean sections and very, very melodic. That was actually more work making that track. Took me a lot longer than making the track for this one, which is like fast-paced, like, you know, metal shredding. Interesting. Very interesting when I think about it. I put this track together like really quickly in like a couple of days. And that one, it's just got a lot more layers and lots slower playing, like very, well, just very melodic. You'll see when the video comes out. Tima or no, it wasn't Martin. It's not that brand. It was like Peoz, like P-E-O-Z, something like that, I think. I shouldn't even say the name because I don't want to give them any kind of publicity. But that's who it was. And I think they were even at the NAMM show. I think I saw a booth at the NAMM show. And I had already been in touch with them in email before the NAMM show, but I didn't go over there and talk to them. Because honestly, I really didn't want to do that video. So I'll just tell you guys, like, I gave them like a high price. I said, okay, I'll do that video, but my fee is going to be, and I gave them a pretty high number because I thought they were just going to be like, no, I thought they would just never respond. And then they came back and they're like, okay. But then they replied again. They're like, can we lower that a little bit? And I lowered it a little bit and they agreed to it. It was still kind of high because again, I didn't want to do that video. So it's like, okay, I'll do it if you want to pay me. But I guess they decided they didn't want to pay me. So that's fine. But a follow-up email would have been professional. We're sorry, you know, we've made a decision of blah, 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 blah. You know, you don't just like say you're going to do something and then just like. So I can guarantee you I will never work with that company. Anyway, what else is going on, guys? What else? What am I watching on Netflix? I'm trying to remember what I watched earlier in the week. I can't even remember. But I started watching the second season of a show. I watched the first season probably a year ago, you know, because there's always like a year between seasons. It's called In the Mud. It's a women in prison TV show. Yes, women's prison show, and you can imagine the kind of stuff that goes on. You know, it's like all kinds of crazy stuff. It is definitely not a show for kids, but it's entertaining. So yeah, yesterday I started watching season 2, or maybe 2 days ago, of In the Mud. I think it's in Spain. I think it takes place in Spain. Good show. Phil McKnight explained why the brand names are dumb or weird. Okay, I didn't see that video. Have I seen a show called From? I have not. What's that about? Old guy, you got Y&T, Black Tiger, and Mean Streak. You know, I have one Y&T CD, and it's like the best of or the greatest hits or whatever. But back in the day, I had some Y&T cassettes. I had some cassettes. Oh, and you got another one on the way. Very cool. Yeah, Y&T is some great songs. And the one time I saw them in concert, 1984, and this was my second concert ever. Def Leppard was the first, and then in 1984, Y&T was the headliner. And this is at the time when they had the song Summertime Girls. And the big old robot came out on stage. It was so cool. Oh my gosh. They sounded great. Man, Y&T was just so good live. The middle band was Twisted Sister. And they were touring for the Stay Hungry album, right? So We're Not Gonna Take It, all that. And then the opening band was Lita Ford. Fantastic. What else is going on, guys? What else? Any other guitar news or guitar information? Any like new guitar models coming out that you've seen? Oh, Thomas, that sounds like my kind of show. Where is that show? Like what network or streaming service is that on? Because I don't remember seeing that on Netflix. You said it's called From? But that's exactly my kind of show right there. Stuck in a town, they can't get out, and there's monsters that come out at night. That sounds like The Mist. Almost sounds like The Mist. Well, kind of like The Mist. Although they can't get out of the grocery store in the Mist. Oh, right. Old Guy Rocks. We talked about it. We talked about it already. I was like, I just remember. I was like, didn't I already talk about this? Yeah, we were at the same concert in Manteca. Exactly. Fire Stick. Okay, but Fire Stick is not. That's not like a channel, is it? Because I don't have a Fire Stick. I'll search. I'll search and see where I can find it. I'll have to go on my TV. I have a smart TV, you know, that connects to all the different apps and streaming services and stuff. And I'll put in the name of the show, and then it'll show me like where it's viewable. And if it's free, I'll watch it. B app. Okay, I haven't heard of that one. Is it free? Can I watch it for free? Phenomenal haircut. Thank you. I just cut it yesterday. I gave myself a haircut last night. Yep. So a little one-day stubble right there. Like pretty awesome looking, right? Fire Stick is the Amazon streaming device. It's on a couple of different streaming platforms. Okay. Oh, it's not going to be free. Well, I'll still look for it. Sounds exactly like the kind of show that I would love. I'll look for it. Occasionally, I don't have Amazon Prime right now. Oh, but even on Amazon Prime they charge because it's an HBO Max show. Is anybody gonna watch? I just saw this news yesterday, I think. Coming up, I think it's in May. There's going to be an MMA fight on Netflix between Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. Is that who it is? Two female fighters that used to be in the UFC. That they've both been retired for years, right? They're coming out of retirement. You know why they're coming out of retirement. You know why they're doing this fight. Cha-ching, cha-ching, big payday, right? I don't know how good the fight's going to be because they're both way past retirement, right? It's like, I mean, it sounds like, oh, wow, that's going to be great. It's going to be exciting. But it could be like they get in the ring and just kind of, just kind of push each other around, and it's not really very exciting. And yeah, I have a feeling that it won't be that great of a fight. But yeah, it's a cash grab. It's a payday. Hey, Gabe. See you later, Dave. Dave, heading out. I know it's later where you are. Thanks for hanging in there, Dave. Yeah, UFC is on Paramount Plus, but this is going to be on Netflix. It is not part of UFC. This is not a UFC fight. It's a different promotion. I forget the name of it. In the article that I read yesterday, it said Ronda went to the UFC about like, hey, I wanna do like a comeback fight, and kind of sounds like she said they weren't really interested, which seems weird. You'd think they'd be interested, so who knows. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be on Netflix, not UFC. It's not UFC. And they have not announced, like, what are the other fights? Because there's no way they're going to do just one fight. There will be some, undercard fights leading up to it. But they have not said who the other ones are yet. So they probably don't know. They probably don't have it signed in on the contract for anybody yet. Good night, Martin. Oh, yeah, it's one of those, the promotion by, what's his name? The guy that fights all the old retired boxers. All right, guys, so I think that's going to be pretty much it for tonight. We're going to wrap it up. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. Thanks for a fantastic Wednesday with yours truly, the Bald Shredder. And let's see, no video tomorrow. There will be a members-only Sunday live stream. Members, see you on Sunday. And then on Monday, the video for this awesome guitar from Eart. Wait till you guys hear the new jam. You're going to be toe tapping. You're going to be like, yeah. So that'll be on Monday. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great weekend. And I will see you next time. I'm going to do my countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night, everybody.